What is up, my Lorcana Goons? I hope you had an awesome weekend. Welcome back to the Lorcana Goons channel. You're watching the Monday Market Watch. We do these every Monday and Friday, and we're going to talk about some Lorcana news, Lorcana prices, and all things Lorcana. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content. Starting with today's reveal. Now, this is going to be really awesome for a lot of the Market Watch Goons. We got our first enchanted reveal from Into the Inklands. Check it out. It is Peter Pan, the Floodborn. Now this Peter Pan looks awesome. The artist is Kuya JP, and as you can tell by this image, it looks like it was done by like a paintbrush almost. So it's like a paintbrush style art. It almost gives me like classic Renaissance vibes with this artwork. It's very simplistic, but man, this looks like a pretty cool artwork for an enchanted rare. This is going to be a Floodborn Peter Pan. It is a 6 inkable character with 4 strength, 5 willpower, and quests for 2. I believe this is the German text right here that they got the first enchanted reveal. So shout out to the to the Lorcana Goons Discord for dropping that in and keeping us updated on a regular basis. But here is the Peter Pan Pirate's Bane Floodborn character that this enchanted is based off of. So Peter Pan Pirate's Bane, it's a ruby character, 6 ink. Like I said, it has 4 strength, 5 willpower. You can quest for 2, and it has evasive. This is also a shiftable character, so it's a shift 4 on turn 4. If you already have a Peter Pan on the board, you can play this right on top. And we're getting a variety of Peter Pan characters into the Inklands, along with some pirate action and some other stuff. And we've already had Peter Pan characters in other sets like Chapter 1 Emerald Peter Pan, and you can just play this on top on turn 4, which is pretty cool. It also has an extra ability that says whenever he challenges a pirate character, this character takes no damage from the challenge. So I think that if we enter a pirate meta in Lorcana, this card is going to be good because it's going to be able to challenge pirates for free, basically without taking any damage. And there is some pirate synergy into the Inklands. Like our next card here, Captain Hook Master Swordsman. This is a rare ruby card. It's a 5 ink inkable, has 5 strength, 4 willpower. It's a pirate captain, dreamborn villain, and it has 2 abilities. The first one is during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, ready this character. He can't quest the rest of this turn, so this is pretty cool. It'll let you basically challenge twice, or you can ready it after and make sure he cannot be challenged. Another ability that this Captain Hook has is going to be man-to-man. Characters named Peter Pan lose evasive and can't gain evasive. So if you're playing that Peter Pan against a pirate meta, but you're playing a pirate deck, if you drop this Captain Hook, then that Peter Pan loses some value as well. We even have Jolly Roger Hook's ship as a new revealed location over the weekend. This card looks pretty awesome. It is a location card that's going to help your pirates. So this has 2 abilities. Characters gain rush while here, and then the second ability is your pirate characters may move here for free. So this will give all your characters in your ruby deck, because it's a ruby location, it'll give them all rush for free, which I think is a lot of value already. But on top of that, if you just play a bunch of pirates, you can move them here for free the turn they're played. So all your pirates gain rush. This means your Captain Hooks, your Starkies, even your Smees, those characters will gain rush if you have this location. I think this card is actually not bad. It's looking like we might be entering a pirate meta. But we also had some other reveals over the weekend, like Grandma Tala. This Sapphire card looks pretty awesome. It's going to be 4 ink inkable with 3 strength and 3 willpower. That says when you play this character, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may put one into your hand and put the rest of the bottom in any order. This card is really good. It's an inkable card that has decent stats for a 4-drop, and it replaces itself. It lets you pick a card from the top of your deck to add to your hand. Sometimes in Sapphire, it almost feels like you're missing that combo piece. You know what I mean? So you're playing cards like Gaston, Develop Your Brain, Nothing to Hide, to make sure you're drawing into your combo pieces. But now you can use Grandma Tala on turn 4 to kind of expedite that process as well. This is a very good consistency card that I'm excited to see into the Inklands. Another card revealed yesterday was Maui's Fish Hook. Now this card is also causing some confusion. Let's go ahead and read it together. It's a 3 ink inkable item that has 2 abilities. The first ability is if you have a character named Maui in play, you may use this item's shapeshift ability for free. Shapeshift ability is exert this, pay 2 ink, and choose one of these abilities. Chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn, or chosen character gets +3 strength this turn. Now there's confusion because what does paying the cost for free actually mean, right? But there is is confirmation through a Lorcana Discord message that says that the idea of free only involves the ink cost, so you still have to exert this item to do that. So just letting you guys know, if you thought that you don't have to exert this item and you can infinitely if you have Maui, infinitely give your characters 3 strength, then you cannot do that. No, you still have to exert for this item. Free has been confirmed to mean only the ink cost. But I swear I'm working on a video going over the cards for Into the Inklands, but I just want to briefly go over some of these reveals, like the Simba that was revealed yesterday that we're getting in the starter deck. It is a rare Simba. It is going to be a 2 ink uninkable, 1 strength, 1 willpower, and it'll quest for 3. So for all you aggro players out there, all my aggro goons out there, this card looks pretty good in my opinion. Probably not a $15 card because it comes in the starter deck. So, in my opinion, do not spend money buying the pre-order singles right now when Into the Inkland is only about 2 weeks away, less than. We also got the Bare Necessities. This card is going to be meta. I can tell because it looks at your opponent's hand and you discard a non-character of your choice. So you can discard items, you can discard actions, you can discard songs. Like, be prepared. This card is going to make Amber Steel a lot more friendly towards that Ruby Amethyst matchup, and I do think like that this card might actually be one of the best cards to combat the Ruby Amethyst matchup outside of whatever else we might get. But you can hit Be Prepared now with more than the Amber card or more than the Ursula card that was revealed. So this is awesome. I think Ruby Amethyst players, we're shaking in our boots, you know what I mean? Our rabbits are shaking. We also got a cool Nani card. That's a 5 ink inkable Amber card, 3 strength, 6 willpower. That's a bodyguard that quests for 2, so very similar to the goofy Amber. But if you are excited for Into the Inklands, remember that you can get some pre-orders right now for less than MSRP on TCG Player. There's tons of listings. There's so many listings, my goons. It does not seem like this product is going to be hard to get. So personally, I might just wait till the day of release and go to some LGS. But if you don't mind waiting the shipping time about a week or two when you order these when they get released, then by all means you can pay $132 by Gamer's Choice right now. They have 56 of them ready for you. Now, coming from somebody who's been playing since Chapter 1, if you guys haven't been playing since Chapter 1, this is a good price. This is a really good price. I spent way too much for my Floodborne booster boxes because of how much they got reprinted, and I could have just waited, you know what I mean? But I did play a lot this format, so I don't mind how much I paid in the beginning because I felt like I was able to win enough and just kind of have experience enough, to make it worth it. But to compare that to the first chapter booster boxes, the first chapter booster boxes are still selling for $199, $200. There's only a couple listings now, though. Only 30 listings available for the first chapter booster boxes. I wonder if these are going to sell out anytime soon, or if people are just going to add more listings soon. Doesn't seem like there's been any reprints, not that I've heard of, but Team Lorcana has not said they're going to be reprinting anymore, but they also said that if they do, they'll just announce it. So I'm always looking for that announcement just in case. But as of right now, it does not look like there's been any more reprints, but plenty of sales. We already have 2 sales today for the Rise of the Floodborne booster boxes, and a bunch of sales yesterday and over the weekend. These Floodborne booster boxes have been selling for $120 as well, which is pretty cool to see. They're less than MSRP and they're still moving, which is pretty nice, especially now that a lot of the enchanted rares from Rise of the Floodborne and the first chapter have been moving up, like everybody's favorite chase card, Elsa, Spirit of Winter. Check this out, my goons. We were looking at this on Friday. We were mentioning how on Friday these sales were getting close to that $800 mark, going over $650, bouncing off $700 as of yesterday. We have 3 sales. One of them was for a light plate foil for $679, $680. After that, we have a near mint for $790 as of today, and another one for $789 as of today, which is pretty wild. I love to see it. Enchanted Elsa moving on up in price. A lot of these listings looks like the prices have changed, right? Because now we can't find any that are in that $700 range. The lowest verified today is going to be by P Zoki Mart for $850 with the dollar shipping. Then we have Dark Water Games. They have some light plates for $900, and then next it's going to be Eddie Kate's cards. Next near mint is $950. So after this one from P Zoki Mart sells for $850, the next near mint is going to be a $950 listing. So there are 14 listings as of right now for near mint Elsas. So I do feel like that is a significant amount of listings, and maybe one of these might come down in price. But yeah, as of right now, $790, almost $800 is what you're probably going to be expected to pay given these recent comps. Even checking on eBay's buy it now, we can see that somewhere listed for 825 for the raws, 850, it's 668 best offer. This one's from Germany though, so for the most part, you're not going to be paying any less than 700 for the Elsas. And we even have some PSAs that are listed for around 1500 for the PSA 10s, and then lower than that, the PSA 9s start to get listed at around 800 to 850. That's for PSA, and we do have some sales movement for the PSA 10s Elsas in general. On February 11th, a PSA 10 sold for 1400, which is pretty nice to see. It's looking like a little bit bigger, or it's looking like it's actually selling for 14 to 15, close to on the PSA 10 level. And then a lot of the PSA 9s have been selling for 760, 750 range. So those sell consistently. Another PSA 10 sold for 1150 on the 11th, and another one sold for 1490 on the 11th. So between 12 and 1500 is what it's looking like for the PSA 10 Elsa Enchanted. Going by eBay's recent comps, we can see a raw sold for 700. This was that one that we saw with the best offers accepted. These were probably around 1400 for that 10 right there. So and then that 1491 right here. So pretty cool to see Elsa seeing a lot of sales movement, like I said, in the Enchanted market, especially because this is the most expensive Lorcana card. It's the chase card. And I do want to mention a comment that I saw from the last market watch. Somebody said, asked if this was an all-time high. We can see from like this chart right here, it shows the market price history. So the market price history is like, obviously what the market price was at for a while, but that wasn't the highest it ever sold at. And actually, if you guys go back to the very first market watch we ever did, I'm talking about Elsa selling for $1,000 the week prior, and then being listed for $850 and $800. And then the second market watch, it kind of starts bouncing off that $800 to $700 mark. But I'll put some pictures right now. I screenshotted the all-time high, which is like 1,050 for a raw, something like that. And then there was a couple more sales that sold for, it was like 850, 805. And so there was like, I think 3 or 4 sales that we tracked on the actual market watch videos, if you guys care to go back and see those, where Elsa was selling for more than $800, about $1,000 for one of them on TCG Player, and yeah, so we're getting close to the all-time high again. We're getting close to that range where we were last October, September, when the game was super hyped and printing was low. And like I said, it doesn't seem like we're getting any reprints anytime soon. I feel like they put a lot of resources into the Inklands, and they're planning on releasing a lot of sets this year. I think it's like 4 base sets, right? So given that information, I almost want to say that, where are the resources going to come from to print more first chapter, right? And we don't have a confirmation, of course. This is all speculation, but as we can see, Elsa is moving a lot in the market. It continues to see a lot of sales movement, being an extremely popular chase card. So again, if you have these, you're collecting these long term, I feel like you're fine. A lot of people ask, is this game going to have long term collectability? And I think the Enchanted rares do have some type of long term collectability, whether or not in the last couple of months they've been volatile, going from $1,000 to 300 and back up to 800. And we're talking in the long span of Lorcana's lifespan. It'll probably have some good value. Lorcana's not even a year old; it's actually only about 6 months old. You know what I mean? So give it some time as well. But so be patient with your purchases. But man, yeah, this card is definitely going up. I love to see it. I don't have one, but hey, I should have gotten them at 300. I should have gotten it at 400, and I did not because I was scared. And that's what they say, right? You don't be scared if you wanna try and make some of them gains. But overall, it's a collectible card game, so the value is going to be based off of the scarcity and what we deem it, if it's worthy. So this game, I think the game has to be successful as well, to keep its price, and the game is successful, which is good to see. So more enchanters that are keeping their value are cards like Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. This one's still selling for confidently around $250. We have 2 sales from yesterday for that $250 range, a light play for $200, and today's lowest verified is going to be by Pokédex TCG for $251. There's only 15 listings left as well for the Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, so it's good to see that this one's still selling for $250. Bounced off that $300 mark, but here we are now. Aurora Dream Guardian is an enchanted that did kind of have a bit of a fall the last couple days or weeks or so. So they were selling for more than 200. So if you did pay more than 200, I'm sorry, 250 was like the highest I saw, around 230, 240. 140 is what the people were paying on the 26th. As of today, though, people have been buying them for 185. 185 yesterday. Lowest verified near mint today is going to be 186 by Wrath of Sod. There's 28 listings still, so I think it's going to be a while before this goes over $200 again. Simba, Return to King, sorry, has 27 listings. As of today, we have a sale for $152 that happened yesterday. On Friday, one for 175 and another one for 154. So lowest verified is 182 by, that's going to be Cape Fear Games. So shout out you guys for this $180 Simba Enchanted Rare listing. So bouncing off that $200 mark is where this one has been headed. And then we have Stitch Carefree Surfer. This dude has been selling confidently for that $250 range over the weekend. We have multiple sales for 250, 256, about 3 sales over the weekend, which is cool. There's 22 listings left, and today's lowest verified is going to be Ready Set Sort for $290. After that, KD Card Plus has it at $299. So there are some non-verified sellers that have it for around closer to $250. So if you do want a Surfer Stitch, we have TCG Ketchum that has it for $255, which is significantly cheaper than the next verified seller. So it's about 50 bucks less. So I want to say 250 to 300 is what you should probably value this card at, or if you're gonna pick it up yourself, you're probably gonna be paying closer to 300 depending on where you're getting it from. Genie on the Job, this card has been selling for about 150 as well. We have sales happening on Friday for 130 to 140 range, which is cool. Today's lowest verified is going to be by Row House Cards for $125, and after that the next verified is 149 by Collector's Cash. So that's interesting right there. I like Genie on the Job. I think it has plenty of collectability. So around 150 is probably what you're going to pay in person. And then now Rise of the Floodborne Enchanters are also going up. Starting with Beast Relentless, this dude was selling for way less than before, not near 150. I want to say in beginning of February, they were selling for 120, 122, and they've been slowly climbing. Now we have some sales happening on Friday for 148, 135. There's only 20 listings left, and the lowest verified is by No Limit Gaming for $146. So Relentless Beast, I think, is an awesome collectible enchanted rare. It's looking like it's kind of going up in price as well, alongside some of the other Floodborne enchanters like Sisu, Divine Water Dragon. This is another card that was kind of less than $100 at one point, and it's just been seeing some good sales movement. We have a sale today for 115, a couple yesterday for 115, one on Friday for 120. So a lot of these Floodborne enchanters, I was afraid when they went over 100 again, I wasn't sure if they were going to come back down, but now it's looking like this is the price that they're settling at, which is good. They're picking up price a little bit. $115 is what they were selling at for Sisu. Mavericks has you today though for $122 for a near mint Sisu. So it's looking like $120 is getting close to that price range. Lady Tremaine as well. This card went over $100 again, and now as of this weekend they were selling for $110. There's 19 listings left, and lowest verified is by Tailor Made Collection for $110. So over $100 for the Lady Tremaine, confidently selling. Even Arthur Wizard's Apprentice is seeing a lot of sales movement. Yesterday we had multiple sales for that $135 mark, $136 mark, and on Friday again multiple sales for $130. Today's lowest verified is going to be by Underworld Cards for $137. What do you guys think of the Arthur Wizard's Apprentice Enchanted Rare? I thought this card would be more expensive. I really like the artwork on this card overall, but the meta capability of Arthur isn't super popular. But I just want to get you guys' opinion on some of these enchanted rares. We are going to be doing an Arthur tournament at Pele Cards and Games in Southern California. So we're doing an enchanted tournament, the Lorcana Goons. We've hosted enchanted tournaments in the past. So if you guys want to come down, please reach out to us either through Discord, Twitter. Look out for the post on Instagram, because that's where we post our tournaments. If you're in Southern California, it'd be cool to have you there. So we're going to be doing first place gets an enchanted rare. Second and third place are going to be given some PAX promo cards given to us by Meta Potion TCG. So I appreciate you for donating those cards for the tournament. And we're going to be giving away the 4 dozen eggs and the Pinocchio promo card. And Pinocchio has actually been going up in price too. So come on down and win some good prizing from the Lorcana Goons, and I'll even throw in some packs for top 4, you know what I mean? But the packs Pinocchio promo, we have some a sale that happened over the weekend for $35, $34.99 specifically, and lowest verified today is going to be by in demo for $34.99. So I like that the packs promos are kind of hold their value. You know, I'm really looking forward to when we have another event in like North America that I can attend to, because I couldn't fly to the East Coast to attend the PAX event. It's kind of expensive, and if there's like a West Coast event where I can get some Lorcana promos like this, I'd really appreciate it, because right now these are kind of expensive, and I do kind of want them in my collection. But you know, but I also want to see if I'm going to be able to get these at an event or something. Let's take a look at where some of these singles are headed. Now, I thought that Beast Tragic Hero was going to go down in price after this weekend as we get closer to into the Inklands format. However, we just have a lot of sales for the non-foil Beast still selling at more than $45. On Friday, when we were looking at the charts, they were selling for closer to 40, but they just went back up. You know, so a bunch were selling for $45, 40, $43.99, etc., etc. Today's lowest verified listing is going to be by LG Cards for the lowest near mint for $45. And there's plenty of non-verified listings here, but they're all still about $45. So yep, this week, even though Into the Inklands is right around the corner, you still got to pay $45 for your Tragic Hero Beasts. I wonder where Beast is going to land in the format. Next format, it's a great card. I don't see it really losing losing any steam next format. So if you want to buy them now because you have some tournaments coming up right as the format starts, then you know, consider it, because if you order it today, it might show up at your doorstep on time for Into the Inklands weekend. We also have Rapunzel gifted with healing, seeing a lot of sales movement as well. These cards just sell all day. Look at this. We have just 10s, 20s sales over and over again for that $35+ range. On Friday, these were cheaper. These were like less than 35, like kind of bouncing off 33. And today we have the lowest near mint by, it's going to be the bod card. So we're ignoring the banana stand. If you guys haven't been here for the recent market watches, we're ignoring banana stand because none of their listings work. But the bod cards has you for $37. But look, even the foils are also going up for these cards. So now lowest verified foil for Rapunzel is $72.45. So it's getting a little bit, it's starting to get a little bit higher than that $70 range. You know what I mean? So that's pretty interesting. Same thing with the Beast Tragic Hero foil. Check these out. If you picked up your Tragic Hero Beast foils when they were less than $60, congrats on you, because today the lowest verified is Burlington Card Shop for $63.88, and after that the next verified seller is going to be ENR Gaming for $68.93. so this card is getting close to a $70 foil legendary. You know, when it was less than 60, I was saying, hey, this is, you know, this is a good price. This is going up because we can see Rapunzel hitting past 70, and you know, so sales happening over the $70 mark for some of these foil legendaries. Same goes for Maleficent Monstrous Dragon. This card's selling for $35 still. So the non-foils are still keeping their price relative to the last couple of weeks. We have a $33 listing by OPEV Magic as the lowest verified listing. And the cold foil lowest verified near mint is going to be by Champion City Hobby. They have us for $69.98. So $70 for that foil Maleficent Monstrous Dragon. These foil legendaries, man, I love watching the foil legendaries because they just retaining value. MyGoons, I appreciate them. I appreciate them a lot. So we have Belle, Strange but Special, lowest verified today for the non-foil is still going to be $25. We have LG cards for $24 with $1 shipping. So if you want to get some of these cards, they're still up there in price. If anything, you know, it's looking like Belle's been going up in price and it hasn't really stopped getting kind of hitting that $25 mark. But the foil Belle is going to be $41.99, lowest verified listing by Blast Toys Cards Gaming. So $40 plus for your foil Belle, Strange but Special. We also have Hades Infernal Schemer selling this weekend, a bunch selling for close to $25 again. So lowest verified today near mint is going to be by Redline TCG for $22.79. After that, the rest of the listings start to be $21 plus $3 shipping. So, you know, $25 basically. Lowest verified foil for this card though is going to be a whopping $44.99 by Gamers Gateway KC. Ooh, Kansas City. Speaking of Kansas City, shout out any Chiefs fans for winning the Super Bowl. I know my family's a 49ers fan, so a boo to us, right? But if you guys had a Super Bowl weekend, I hope you guys had a safe Super Bowl weekend and enjoyed having some time together around the television screen with your families. But yeah, interesting to see Hades selling for that close to $50 mark again as we're heading to into the Inklands format. So if you guys have some of these foils and you're trying to save up for into the Inklands, maybe you want to get some trade value at your LGS, for the booster boxes. Some of these foils, man, they're getting pretty expensive, and they'll probably stay expensive as time goes on. I want to talk about Mufasa real quick because I did say that Mufasa would probably go down in price soon. It hasn't really at all. It's still like $20 for the legendary Mufasa. Hender's Games has you for $18 with $1.50 shipping. The foil Mufasas are still listed and selling for around $30. Plus, we have Burlington Card Shop for the lowest verified for $30.49. So that's pretty cool. Hey, legendary Mufasa keeping its value. I like to see that. I like that it's a $30 legendary. Also, Spirit of Winter, we have some verified listings for $15 by Infinite Gaming NC. So if you guys want the non-foil Elsas, they're still $15, which is cool. We have the lowest verified foil for this card shooting up in price. The lowest verified today for the foil Elsa is going to be by Play to Win Games for $59.97, almost $60 for the foil Elsa, not the enchanted rare, just the foil Elsa. So over the weekend, a bunch of foil Elsas have been selling for $55 consistently. We have 3 counted over the weekend, and on Friday, the day before that, $50 they were selling for, and today, like I said, lowest verified $60 now. So if you wanted your foil Elsa's foil, they're not $50 anymore, guys. You're gonna have to pay $60 now. Today we also have an update on Carefree Surfer Stitch. The non-foils are still selling for less than $15, which is cool to see because it's a cheap card that you might need in your deck in the future. For Amber, lowest verified for the foil for this card though is going to be $41.99, which is pretty awesome. $40 now. We can pick it up for a little bit cheaper from some of these non-verified listings right here, like Jumbo Lumps TCS for $36.99. But that's pretty close to $40. And so yeah, a foil Surfer Stitch already getting close to that $40 range, which is pretty cool. Ursula Power Hungry as well has been seeing some more listings in that $40 range for the foil. We have Nightlife cards for $44. After that, Pink Money Pro $49.99, almost $50 is what it's looking like for the Ursula Power Hungry foil. Like I said, there's some non-verified listings for closer to that $40 range, and those have to sell first before we get to that $50 range. But still, when you're looking at only verified sellers, there's only a couple that have it for $45 to $50. More surprising cards that are going up and seeing a lot of sales movement. Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, the non-foils for this just kind of picked up a little bit in price. They were selling for a little bit less than $9, $8, $10 really is what they were consistently selling at. And as of today, we have the lowest verified by Card Father Games for $11.11. So, they're starting to pick up a little bit in price, so maybe closer to $11. And the foils are almost $20 already. Under the Undercroft has you for $18 with $1.50 shipping. After that, Next Ridge Games $19.99. So $20 foil Tinkerbell Giant Fairies, that's really cool to see. Mickey Mouse Brave Little Tailor also seeing some more listings, but the prices are not getting any lower. The cold foil sold for $80 on the 10th as of today. The lowest verified cold foil is going to be by Pokekami for $70, so a little bit cheaper than that one that sold. But after that, the next verified seller is Hot Sauce Games for $89.95. Man, there's 11 listings, and after that one, they all start to hit $100. Illustrious Gaming $99, ENR Gaming $99. So there's a couple listings that are already above that $100 range for the Mickey Mouse BLT foil. So this is one that I'm going to keep tracking for every market watch because I want to see if this foil ever sells for more than $100. But it's getting there, my goons. It's getting there. It's looking like $80 what it's going to sell for today. So I have one. I kind of need $80, so maybe I might get rid of it. You know what I mean? I wish I had 4 though. Maui, Hero to All, seeing a lot of sales movement. Why? Because Maui is going to give you the ability to clear almost every location that has been revealed into the Inkland so far. Almost every location that loses to one Maui challenge. So I think Maui is going to be really good next format. And even with that additional Maui item, it's just going to be, I think Maui is going to be a really good card. So as of today, Lowest verified is by Illustrious CNG for $7.50. This card has been going up in price now, no longer in that $5 range, looking like it's going to be $7 plus. And the cold foils are still around that $10 range. We have Medi Mike's card store for $10.71 with $1 shipping. So around $11, almost $12 for the foil Maui. These prices are going up, especially because it's a first chapter card, and the printing is just harder to find near mint, in my opinion. Cogsworth, I think, is a card you might want to get rid of. Who knows how good resist specifically Cogsworth is going to be as Into the Inklands comes out, and the foils, I mean, are going to be $5 right now. It's in the lowest verified is going to be by I Am the Juggernaut for $5, shipping included. Let's also look at Be Prepared. Everybody's favorite Ruby card, Be Prepared, is going to be selling today for $8.64. Envoy Gaming, lowest verified. After that, Norwest cards, $8.70. Almost $9 to $10 for the Be Prepared's non-foil, and the foils are now selling for $15 for sure. Lowest verified, $15 right here. Refined Gaming LLC. After that, it's pretty much $15 all around. So $15 for your foil Be Prepared. It took some time, but yeah, I think $15 for the foil Be Prepared is a great price. Grab Your Swords from the first chapter. These are still selling for around $3.95 with $1 shipping, almost $5. The cold foils are still about less than $10 if you want to go through an unverified seller. After that, though, Collectibles by MCU has you for $10.54. More staples that you'll probably need for Into the Inklands. Get them right now before they shoot up. Ariel Spectacular Singer is only selling for $9 on the foil market. I think that's really good. Steamship has you for $9.15 if you want a foil Ariel, which I think is pretty cheap, because at one point these foils were like $20 each, and I just think Ariel's still good. I think Amber has a lot of potential next format, so who knows, maybe this card can search bare necessities, and if you need bare necessities to get rid of the Be Prepared in your opponent's hand, Ariel's gonna get you there. So I'm just saying, less than $10 for the foil Ariel seems like a come up. We also have Hey Hey Boat Snack. The promo has been selling today. We have a sale for $9.99, $10. Don't know why that happened yesterday, but as of today, lowest verified is going to be $5.64 with $1 shipping. So these are more than $5 again. Those verified are after that, they all keep going $6.50, $7 almost. So if you have some of these first chapter league promos, and you just want to, you have a bunch of them, you want to just make some extra money, they've been going up in the last week or so. Basically doubling in price in January from $2.50 to almost $7. I would get rid of them if you just want some money right now. If you kind of feel like maybe the league promos in general might shoot up in price, then maybe they might actually be worth something, then keep them. You know what I mean? In general, though, I haven't gotten any Rise of the Floaterborn league promos because they're kind of hard to get. Hard to get, meaning like it's hard for me to like get out of bed and like go to play league, you know, or like, so it's like I get home from work and I don't want to go all the way to locals. And then some of the LGS stores that are doing the actual league stuff, because they're the official ones, they just don't give enough pricing in general, or it doesn't seem worth it because they're so far from where I live. I live closer to a lot of unofficial stores, so you know, I just think it's a little easier for me to go and support an unofficial store, win some packs, win some cash for prize money, because they'll do that kind of thing, as opposed to going to the stores that have the league promos. So maybe there's other players that look at it that way. I do feel like the league promos might be collectible in the future, so and they keep going up and down in price. So I think when they're on that $2 $3 mark and you just want them for your collection, you want a playset, pick them up, you know, because they can shoot up to like this $5 $6 $7 range. So if they ever go back down to like less than $5, I'd pick them up. Right now they are a little hyped up, or at least the Hey Hey is, but but we'll see what Hey Hey goes. We'll see what happens to the Enchanted Elsa as we make our way into the Inklands format. I can't believe it, we're almost there. We're about to hit the third set for Lorcana, and we're also about to hit another all-time high for Elsa Spirit of Winter. We'll see if this card ever hits $1,000 sales again for the raw, as we cover it on the Market Watch videos in the future. But until then, my goons, be sure to stay tuned to Lorcana Goons. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are a Lorcana Goon and you like this content, because it does support the channel. And leave some suggestions on what else you want to see on the Market Watch videos. Maybe there's cards I'm missing, maybe there's some information I'm not going over, and I'd really appreciate it. So remember, stay tuned to Lorcana Goons, and we will see you goons next time.